Hi, it's Art, short for Artemy, and you can find me at CUArtist pretty much everywhere. So, it is a good thing that I sent a message to the creator of the theme that I was using because he was not comfortable with people using it outside of Tumblr. I don't think it is a complete waste of time. I am planning on using it on my own Tumblr, and I did get some good ideas from playing around with that theme, and I also got back into the swing of messing around with HTML. So, not a waste of time, but RIP. So, I have been kind of brainstorming other ideas for what I'm going to do for a character's page, and I do have some ideas. I'm not sure how advanced of HTML I need to know to do it, so I will kind of figure that out as I go along, but I definitely think there are some aspects of that character page that I do want to try and utilize. Not stealing the code, but I really did enjoy the having kind of multiple aesthetic images that you could have alongside the thing. I guess I will kind of talk about some of the ideas that I've had. I'm not sure how well they will go out, but the other night I was just struck with the idea right as I was about to fall asleep, and I somehow managed to not forget it, even though I was like, I cannot write it down right now. My phone screen will wake me up, and I will not be able to deal with that. But I did manage to remember what the idea was. So, the kind of general plan that I kind of want to go for is having, the kind of murder board situation as a page on the website, and I think having it so that there is a map on that murder board that has pins in the locations where the characters are, and being able to then click on those pins and having the characters from that location pop up, and then being able to go more in depth into each character, I think would be definitely a fun thing. I'm not sure if it fits the right vibe in the earlier days of the comic, so it could be something that I eventually work up to, but I think it would be funny and kind of fitting for definitely later in the comic when there's a lot more puzzle solving stuff going on. And I did already manage to find the code for how you have parts of an image be clickable. So I am probably going to mess around with that this weekend to see if I can get anything kind of similar to that happening. So that is definitely still in progress, but I did get my links page looking a lot better. There are still some minor tweaks like font and some color changes that I want to play around with. However, it is looking far better than it was originally. Thanks to W3 Schools. They have a lot of HTML course stuff, and they had an example of a Linktree-esque website that you could use. They gave a more step-by-step instruction, but they also gave templates that people can use. So I definitely made a lot of changes to that to make it more my flavor, but it is definitely looking a lot better than what it was. I think I used them also to figure out how to make a button link situation, but it was just that, so I was not getting it to be able to center on the page, and everything was just kind of gray. So definitely glad that they had that as a resource, and I will probably link that in the description as well, just in case. I definitely think it is more worthwhile to have your own website, even if it is like a NeoCities site, for a Linktree kind of situation, just because I don't super trust that brand to my knowledge. They are not the best people, and if you have your own website, people can explore that a lot easier than the Linktree. So that is kind of what I've been up to in comic-related land. Yesterday I ended up going down an HTML rabbit hole trying to tweak designs and stuff, and definitely spent more time than I intended. I spent, I think, about 2 hours after work, and then I was like, oh no, I haven't eaten dinner or filmed today, so definitely need to stop doing this. But once I got into the swing of it, it was pretty hard to stop doing what I was doing. So definitely something I am capable of doing is get locked into a task and finally get into the swing of it, and then I will just do it forever. So I do think sooner than later I will have a better grasp at HTML, so yeah. I do think kind of working at the website more gradually is definitely a good idea. I will need to have it more polished by the time I am posting, but I'm not as concerned now that I am having a better links page. The comic itself is pretty much sorted. I need to figure out how the chapters are decided in the coding that I'm using, because you can separate the comic by chapters, and so far I have not found out how to dictate that. But I also know that if I really cannot end up finding that, I can ask in the Discord for the webcomic ring. They have a section of how to do things with the HTML. So definitely not completely lost on that. Just something I do want to get settled in before I am posting. That is all I have for today. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you tomorrow.